Hello, 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 everybody. I hope everybody is having an amazing start to their day. I really, really do. We've been getting some messages today about cleansing, but not only cleansing, about shadow work as well. There's been some teachings about shadow work that has to be kind of cleared up a little bit for my spiritual babies, for the ones that are just tapping in, for the ones that are still trying to figure out their way. They're still trying to figure out their journey. Mind you, I said their journey, their way, right? And I say this because everybody's journey is not going to look the same, right? My journey will not look like your journey. And it doesn't have anything to do with the dysphoria and everything to do with the person's personal strength, personal goals, personal wills. It's in alignment with that person's path, right? Give me 1 second because I feel like this needs to be said on a larger scale than what I can reach just on Facebook. So give me 1 second, y'all. Let me get set up. I think this is a message that I need to record as well. But Grand Rising, everybody. I hope everybody is having such an amazing day today. Okay. But we're going to start with the spiritual cleanings. Okay. Right. Everybody is teaching y'all about the moon magic, right? The full moon. They're telling you what to do during the full moon and all those great things. But they're forgetting about the preparation that goes into it. Don't forget the small steps, right? Do not forget the small steps. Okay. Grand Rising, how are you, beautiful lady? I'm right here, baby. Hold on. Oh. How y'all doing? Give me a second, guys. I really wasn't planning on doing a collective message right now. However, that's what we're being led to do. So that's what we're gonna do. Sure. How's everybody rising going? Don't just come here for the message now. Y'all better speak. Shit. Don't be them people now. How y'all doing? Alrighty. There we go. I don't want it to be too bright. But we were called to speak about cleansing and shadow work today. Right? Don't forget the small steps, right? Don't just jump in and jump to candle magic. Don't just jump in and start calling on spirits and things like that if you guys are unaware of what you are doing. Okay, if you guys are unaware of who you are calling on, alrighty, be very mindful of that. Alrighty. And the spiritual cleansings, you guys, make sure that you guys are getting the corners. Make sure that you guys are washing your floors. Make sure that you guys are washing your walls. Make sure that you guys are washing your doors. Make sure that you guys are doing your protective work over your homes, in your spaces, especially where you are doing all of your spiritual workings, okay? Don't just go and blow cinnamon, right? Don't just go and blow cinnamon into a home that has not been spiritually cleansed, okay? Spiritual cleansings are really something that you want to do as soon as you move into the house, and at least every month, a real good spiritual cleansing, okay? Now, in your working space, yes, make sure that you're doing, make sure you're keeping your working space up. Make sure that you guys are burning your sage and burning your palo if you're going to use sage, all right? Always make sure that you guys follow up with that palo whenever you're burning sage. Or make sure that you guys are using your sage bundles, like sage and chamomile, sage and lavender, okay? What's another one? Sage and hyssop is another one that you guys could use as well. But like, make sure that you guys are getting them in the bundle deals. Don't just burn sage and just let that be it. Alrighty, because sage is something that can attract both positive spirits and light spirits, okay? And if you are someone who is like me, who feeds your spirits, who lays out offerings and everything like that, then definitely make sure that you're burning your sage and your palo, okay? And if you're just burning palo, that's perfectly fine, okay? And if you guys are burning your myrrh and frankincense, even better, okay? Even better. And then when it comes to the spiritual workings, guys, the shadow work, alrighty, shadow work is not for you to demonize your shadow side. It's not for you to say, okay, it's not for you to hide, right? It's not for you to put it to the side and, okay, I'm no longer going to try to be this person anymore, okay? Your shadow side is to help you find that balance within self. Okay, that shadow work is so that you can see, okay, listen, I am like this during these certain occasions or these certain instances. And it's not to put that shadow self on a back burner, okay, but it's more so you can see yourself as whole. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? But seeing yourself as that whole entity, as that whole soul, as that whole being, alrighty, and integrating it where you see fit, where you see necessary, okay? It's that masculine energy that's kind of chaotic, that doesn't know when to protect itself, or it can be overly protective, if that makes sense. You get what I'm saying? And so it's so you can find that perfect balance within self, right? Because we're all both light and dark, yin and yang, okay? So it's not for you to put it on the back burner and say, okay, I can be a bitch during these circumstances, or I can be this during that circumstances. It's not you being a bitch. It's not you being, any of those crazy terms that we put on it. It's literally you just trying to protect yourself. But because we live in survival mode a lot of times, for a lot of us, 95% of our life is in survival mode, okay? And I think that's a big number. Okay, but 95% of our beginning stages of life is about survival mode. We're trying to survive this world, and we don't really know how to, because we don't really have the right assets and things like that for most of us, right? And so we're being put through these tests, and we're not necessarily understanding that there are tests for our resilience, for our strength, to test out our love, to test out our faith, right? And so we'll categorize them as bad days or bad times or whatever the case may be, right? But even it just as in, soul work and things like that, when you start to see those times in life as opportunities for growth or opportunities to study. Give me 1 second, y'all. I'm trying to close out something that's came on my phone already. What good will it do for people to win the whole world and lose their lives? Ashe. That's that's one of my verses coming up when I do my morning prayers and things like that. I have these conversational pieces that pop up on my phone. So not only do I get to read the verse, but I get to converse with other people about it as well. And it brings about so much understanding. Y'all know the Bible is a very powerful book, especially for my soul workers, my light beings, because it tells us who we truly are in nature, right? The Bible, just as so many lessons and so many teachings and readings, they have layers upon layers of understanding, right? Just like with the shadow work, right? Some people will say, yeah, it's for us to work on it and for us to get rid of these parts. And I was once one of those people a long time ago as well. You get what I'm saying? So I get it. I understand. And that's why I'm here to let you guys know and to pass down these teachings that were given to me. To let you guys know, like, hey, in a sense, you can look at it like this, but there's many layers, there's many teachings, there's many ways of understanding these things. I'm really trying to close this out on my phone, y'all. Give me 1 second. Will I be able to close out anything? I don't think so. I think my phone is froze up on me. But again, learn to integrate your shadow work, your shadow self. Learn to work with that shadow self, okay? And again, not to put it on the back burner already and say this isn't me, but to, coexist with it and to say, hey, yes, this is me. I am light, I am dark, I am a whole being, right? I'm not somebody that you can take advantage of. I'm not somebody that you can step all over. I'm not somebody that's completely a bitch. Completely a bitch. I can be a bitch if need to. You get what I'm saying? But integrate that shadow self with your highest and greatest self, which is that light within you, which is that truth. Okay? And in order to fully live in your truth, in order to fully walk your path wholeheartedly, you have to have that balance. You have to be able to coexist. You have to be able to work with both light and dark. You have to learn how to not only manipulate the energy that is outside of you, but to manipulate the energy within, and to know when to bring about certain aspects of yourself, again, for the betterment and for the good of not only yourself, but for the community, for, the lineages that are and for the lineages that were. Okay? I'm keeping it sweet, simple, short, to the point. And we're kind of going to end it right here if I can. Okay? My phone be acting real crazy sometimes, y'all. It's really time for me to get another phone. It's really time for me to get another phone. Alrighty. But I just wanted to share that with y'all because that was really on my heart this rising. And I hope y'all have a beautiful day. I hope y'all have a successful day, an amazing day. I'm about to cut off my phone, actually. So I don't know what the live is going to do when that is done. Already, when I do that, I'm not sure if it's going to continue to go, if it's going to cut off, if it's going to tell you guys that the connection was lost. I'm not sure what it's going to say. But know that I am off this bitch. Now I'm off this thing. But cleanse your homes, guys. Please stop doing candle magic. Please stop calling on spirits. Stop calling on your ancestors if you have not properly cleansed your home. Or if you do not properly keep up with the cleansings of your spaces of your homes, okay? Do that today, okay? Don't be in no rush, y'all. Again, prepare, right? I tell you guys, I feel like I'm gonna have to take it back from when I first started teaching y'all and things like that, y'all. But you have to prepare. This is a lifestyle, okay? It is not something you just wake up and start doing, okay? Yes, you can wake up and just start, wanting to connect with your ancestors and stuff like that. That's not what I'm saying, okay? However, candle magic and ancestor veneration or channeling or mediumship, there we go, okay? It's not something that you want to just dive into, okay? Especially for my souls, for my souls that are mediums, okay? There's no other way to put this. Spirits are attracted to you. You could not even be burning candles. You could not even be doing ancestor veneration, right? And I'm speaking to my people that has been seeing spirits since they were younger, just like me, right? Just living your life as a child, and spirits are coming to you, asking you for help, showing up in different ways, right? And some of you have lost that connection or lost that sight because you were so scared, because you did not understand, because your family did not tell you these things. So therefore, when the spirits came to you, you were scared. You would hide. You would, you would run off. And one thing we know as truth, your spirits, your ancestors, the spirits that follow you, the spirits that love you, the spirits that walk with you, they never want you to be fearful of them, right? So for some of you, you had that spirit that came and showed themselves to you, and it scared you, and they said, oh no, not our baby. We don't want to do this. We're going to back away. We'll come again when she's ready, when he's ready, right? And so you have to understand that just as you have these light spirits, your benevolent, loving ancestors following you, you have lost souls, trapped souls that are following you as well, and that want to interact with you as well, both of good and of, harmful nature, right? And so when this happens, right, and you open up your space, you create that portal, you create that home, right, for your ancestor. I'm seeing them partying. They're in my space partying right now. But when you create that energy for them to feast, for them to travel, for them to have that divine connection, for them to uplift their spirits, to feed their spirits, to strengthen their spirits, right? When you have that space and you create that space, you're basically opening up your door, right? And that's why we're always doing cleansings, and when we're cleansing our space, we're saying, any energies, any entities that are not for me, get the fuck out. Not may you leave, get the fuck out. Get the fuck out right now, right? And you do these things because, you could be asleep and somebody may send a spirit, okay? Or there may just be a spirit that's attracted to you, attracted to that light, attracted to that plate on your altar. You get what I'm saying? And so here they come. I'm ready to party too, okay? And this may be a trickster spirit. This may be a a harmful spirit, okay? And then here they are causing chaos, right? And at times they may do good things for you. And so you may not necessarily understand that this is a malevolent spirit, okay, and not a benevolent spirit, okay? And so now they're just in your spirit circle, right? And so these spirits, they will attach themselves onto anything, other people within your homes, in the corners of your homes. You get what I'm saying? Things like that. They'll rest there. They'll sit there. You know, and so that's why you clean your baseboards. You wash down your walls, you know. And my people of Puerto Rican descent, Dominican descent, you know, hell, Hispanic descent, they know this more than anything, right? Grand Rising, hello, hello. And that's why you always see them, and I see more Hispanic women do it more than anything, right? They clean their walls. You'll see them with their mop. They be mopping down their walls. They know what they're doing. they know what they're doing. Last night, I'm telling you, 1 o'clock a.m., I was in here wiping down my walls. I was in here wiping down my baseboards, you know, because I knew there were workings that I needed to complete today. You get what I'm saying? And so, this is just your message to make sure that you're cleansing, to make sure you're purifying your space, okay? To make sure that you're cleansing yourself, your spirit, okay? Asking that every day, you know, your heart be cleansed, you know, your mind, body, soul, everything be cleansed, right? Asking that we continue to walk by faith and not by sight. Asking that the peace, the protection, the love, the grace that our ancestors and the Most High provide, that, you know, they continue to provide that for us, right? And we give thanks for that. We give thanks simply by being who we are meant to be, simply by thriving. A lot of you are your ancestors' greatest dreams, right? A lot of you are the people Great Grand Rising loves. A lot of you are the people, because you know, Cece, you know. You know. If anybody know, you know. Cece, you are one of like your great ancestors coming back, returning. Right? I'm getting goosebumps. The hairs are standing on top of my arms right now, because I know what I'm speaking is truth. Okay? But a lot of you are that beautiful soul that your ancestors prophesied about, that they sat back and they said, you know what? We are very accepting of what's about to happen, because we know in years, this is who we're going to have walking this earth. This is who will be doing this work. A lot of you guys, you are called to this path, okay? And I can't even say called to this path. This path is just in you since you were young, since you were a baby. You watch shows like Charmed and Bewitched and things like that. Sabrina the Teenage Witch. You watch things like that because your soul knew, right? You were never lost. You were never lost. Everybody around you was lost. You were never lost. Your soul has always known. You have always known exactly who you are. You have always been different for a reason. You have always stood out for a reason. People have always treated you differently, whether it be they treated you like royalty or they treated you like complete shit. That was for a reason. Okay? These people, they seen your light and they could not stand it. They could not stand it because it shows them everything. And I tell y'all this all the time. It shows them everything that they hope to be, everything that they dream to be, everything that they cannot be. Everything that even if they tried, they couldn't be. See, you are a royal priestess or a royal priest even on your dark days, because you know that it was the darkness that brought you to your light. It was the darkness that made you who you are today. You were never, your life was never just love and light. You didn't get here because you were fed some kind of silver spoon. You did not get here because your mothers, your great-grandmothers, your great-grandmothers, they taught you the way, they showed you the way. No, you learned the way, you learned who you are. You learned the way to the truth through pain, through suffering, through the dark times. And that is what makes you so powerful. That is why the Most High and your ancestors walk behind you 10,000, 100,000 strong. That's why even in the face of adversity, even in the face of adversity, you will prevail. You do prevail. I'm hearing it would be a detriment not only to your lineage, but to the world, to your community, to every soul you can touch, if you were to have a downfall. And when I say downfall, I mean if your spirit was taken by the ways of the world. Okay? Meaning, if you were somebody that let this world and people get to you, right? How they can get to you. Because we know this world is a fucked up place. These people that we run into that shows us who we are, right, at our soul's core, the people that are coming in to bring chaos, okay, to bring impure thoughts, impure desires, those people, they are meant to show us exactly who we are. It's never this is what's happening to you. It's this is what's happening for you. So we can show you not only who you are, but who you need to surround yourself with, and who you don't need to surround yourself with. Okay? It's never supposed to bring you down. It's never supposed to have you in your emotions, have you stuck trying to figure it out. That's not. These lessons are to bring you closer to who you are, to your highest self, to your greatest form, to your final form. Right? Some of you guys will never get out of this life circle, only because you are an ascended master, Shauna. Okay? We chose to do this, right? So ain't no, oh, I'm getting out of this matrix. You can think that all you want to, okay? But some of us souls, we keep returning to teach other people the way, to show other people the way. Heavy Shauna vibes. I keep hearing your name as I'm saying this, because I know this isn't just for me, it's for you too. And I think you already know that, but sometimes we just need that extra confirmation. Sometimes we just need that extra voice, right? But you're powerful, my love, okay? Use your energy wisely, okay? Hey, baby, how you doing? Alrighty? Stop giving your energy away to everyone. And this is for a specific somebody, because I know I just started talking about this when I seen a certain soul come on here. But stop giving it away to everybody. Okay? Everybody doesn't deserve your presence. Everybody doesn't deserve your energy. Everybody don't deserve your voice. Right? Everybody don't deserve it. And as loving as you are, as strong as you are, as much as you would like to help this person and that person and that person, some people have to sit in their karmic debt. Everybody is not meant to be saved. You can't save everybody. You can't heal everybody. And it's not your objective to. Okay? It's not your objective to. Stop spreading yourself so thin. Okay? Because I'm seeing like Play-Doh being stretched out, or something being stretched out, kind of like slime. You know? And eventually, you'll spread yourself so thin that you'll break. Right? Because eventually, after you pull that slime so far, it breaks. It snaps. Right? Stop doing that. Okay? You're a divine soul on a divine mission with a divine purpose. Okay? I don't care what this person's life look like. I don't care what that person's life look like. Alrighty? I don't care what they talking about on Facebook. How that soul looking. How them fruits of that labor looking. Okay? You can see somebody. Okay? Trust yourself. Trust your internal instincts. Okay? Trust your guidance. Trust that inner guidance. Y'all know I like to say that your intuition is you from a past life. And I don't know if you guys have ever seen that movie Interstellar, but that movie right there, it just confirmed everything for me. When I seen that movie, it confirmed everything for me. I'm like, you know what? I ain't fucking tripping. Like, and that kind of just came to me one day, you know? But y'all know I like to say your intuition is you from a past life, right? Follow that inner guidance, y'all. Follow that inner map. Alrighty? Follow your map to Interstellar, okay? But I love y'all so much, and I just wanted to share that with y'all. And I know we kind of, we divvied to another path, but it all aligns perfectly. And I know that you guys got whatever you guys were meant to receive from this message. Y'all, I'm still literally trying to close out my phone. I'm about to close out the live now. So I'm going to restart my phone, y'all, because y'all know my phone be acting real janky. It's time for me to get a free upgrade, and so I need to go do that. But don't worry about the mess, y'all. Don't worry about the mess. Alrighty? Again, y'all, know that you're powerful. Know who you are, okay? And again, y'all, like that conversation piece that I was reading earlier from my Bible quote. What good will it do for people to win the whole world and to lose their lives, to lose their souls, to lose who they are? Right? It would be no good. No good, y'all. No good. But again, y'all, I love y'all.